I'm about to ask you a question that could literally change your financial future. If I handed you $50,000 today, right now, and told you that you could either buy a brand new construction home in Blythewood, South Carolina, or invest that same money into a rental property here in Columbia, which one would make you wealthier 10 years from now? If you said new construction, you might be wrong. If you said rental property, you might also be wrong. Because the real answer depends on your specific goals, your lifestyle, and a strategy that most people never even consider. I'm going to break all this down for you today with real numbers, real Columbia area examples, and zero fluff. Stay with me because in about 10 minutes, you're going to know more about local real estate investing than most people have been in the game for years. Before we dive in, let me quickly tell you why I'm the person you should be listening to on this topic. I'm a licensed realtor and real estate investor right here in Columbia, South Carolina. I study this market every single day, and I mean literally every single day. I track new listings, closings, rental rates, builder incentives, and neighborhood trends across Columbia, Blythewood, Elgin, Lugoff, Camden, and the surrounding areas. I work with first-time home buyers, seasoned investors, military families stationed at Fort Jackson and Shaw Air Force Base, and people just like you, trying to figure out the smartest move for their money in this market. I'm not here to sell you anything today. I'm here to educate you, because I believe that an informed buyer and an informed investor always make better decisions, and better decisions build more wealth. So let's get into it. Let's start with the most popular choice for buyers in this market right now: new construction homes. And honestly, there are some really compelling reasons to go to this route. Let me walk you through them. Reason number one, low maintenance. When you buy a brand new home, everything is new. The roof, the HVAC, the plumbing, the appliances, all of it. That means for the first several years, you are not writing surprise checks to contractors, not calling a plumber at 11 o'clock on Saturday night. Your evenings and weekends are yours. Reason number two, builder warranties. Most new construction homes come with structural warranties, often 10 years on the foundation and major systems, plus 1-year warranties on the workmanship and materials. That is a level of protection you simply do not get when you buy an older home. Reason number three, energy efficiency. New homes built today are dramatically more energy efficient than homes built even 15 years ago. Better insulation, high efficiency HVAC systems, smart thermostats. Your monthly utility bills will almost always be lower than that in an older home of comparable size. Here in South Carolina, where summers are intense, that matters. Reason number four, modern layouts. Open floor plans, primary suites on the main level, 3-car garages, home offices built right in. Today's builders design homes around how people actually live. If you have a family or work from home, that matters more than ever. Reason number five, builder incentives. Here's something a lot of buyers don't realize until they're already in the process. In this current market, many builders in Blythewood, Elgin, Lugoff, and other corridors are offering serious incentives. Things like closing cost contributions, interest rate buydowns, free upgrades, and design credits. I've seen builders cover $20,000 to $30,000 in closing costs on the right deals. That is real money. Reason number six, ease of ownership. In a new construction community, you're surrounded by other new construction. Everything is clean, modern, and well maintained. There are often HOAs that keep the neighborhood looking great. For busy professionals and growing families, that lifestyle convenience is extremely appealing. So new construction sounds pretty good, right? And it can be for the right person. But here's a question no one asked before they sign on the dotted line with the builder, and I'll come back to this later. What is it costing you in long-term wealth? Keep that question in mind, because we're going to come back to it. Now, let's flip the script. Let's talk about why real estate investors, people who are intentionally building wealth through real estate, often choose rental properties over new construction. Reason number one, monthly cash flow. A rental property generates income every single month. Your tenant pays rent, that rent covers your mortgage, your taxes, your insurance, and your expenses. And if the deal is structured correctly, there's money left over. That leftover money is called cash flow, and that is the foundation of passive income. Imagine getting a check every month just because you own a property. That's cash flow. Reason number two, appreciation. Real estate in the Columbia area has appreciated significantly over the past decade. The suburbs like Blythewood, Elgin, Lugoff, and Camden have seen strong and consistent growth, driven by job growth, Fort Jackson, and the University of South Carolina, and continued migration into South Carolina from higher cost of living states like New Jersey. When your property increases in value, you build equity, and that equity is wealth. Reason number three, mortgage paydown. Your tenant builds your equity. Here's the most powerful and most underrated concept of all real estate investing. Every month, your tenant pays your rent. Part of that rent covers your mortgage payment, and part of that mortgage payment goes down to the principal balance of your loan. So your tenant is essentially paying off your loan for you, building your equity while you do nothing every single month. Say that out loud. Your tenant is building your net worth month after month. Reason number 4, tax advantages. Rental property owners enjoy significant tax benefits that primary homeowners do not get. You can deduct mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance, repairs, property management fees, and even depreciation, which is a paper loss that the IRS allows you to write off even while your property is actually increasing in value. These deductions can dramatically reduce your taxable income. I always recommend working with a CPA who understands real estate investing, but the tax benefits here are very real. Reason number 5, long-term wealth building. Every single month in the background, while you're living your best life, your rental property is doing 3 things simultaneously. It's generating cash flow, it is appreciating value, and your tenant is paying down your mortgage. Over 10, 20, 30 years, this compounding effect is how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth through real estate. Now here's the thing, and this is important. Rental properties are not passive in the early stages. There is work involved, there is management involved, and there are challenges. But for the right person with the right property in the right market, the rewards are significant. And the Columbia, South Carolina market, in my professional opinion, is one of the most underrated real estate investment markets in the entire Southeast right now. And I'll show you exactly why with real numbers coming up in just a moment. Okay, this is the section you've been waiting for. Let's run a real side-by-side comparison using Columbia area numbers. These are representative examples based on current market conditions. Your specific numbers will vary, but the concepts are universal. Let's start with your purchase price. Sketch price is going to be $350,000. Your down payment is going to be 10% of that, which is $35,000. So that makes your loan $315,000. So your monthly mortgage, including principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, can be approximately $2,400 to $2,600 per month. Monthly utility savings versus an older home is going to be roughly $100 to $150 per month. Your builder incentives is going to be up to $15,000 to $25,000 in closing cost assistance, which is going to be scenario dependent. Now, this is your primary residence. You're living here. You are not generating rental income. Your costs are entirely out of pocket every month. Over 10 years, you paid approximately $280,000 to $300,000 out of pocket in mortgage payments. But you've also been building equity through mortgage pay down and appreciation. Estimated home value after 10 years, assuming a 4 to 5% annual appreciation, is approximately $525,000 to $570,000. Your remaining loan balance after 10 years is approximately $265,000. Estimated equity after 10 years is approximately $260,000 to $305,000. Your net wealth position is strong, solid, but every dollar of that equity was funded by you, out of your pocket, every single month. Now let's move on to a rental property. Your purchase price is going to be $260,000 for a duplex or a small multifamily. Down payment is going to be 20%, which is going to be $52,000, and your loan amount is going to equal out to $200,000. Your monthly principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is going to be $1,600 per month. Now here's where it gets interesting. Your combined rental income using both units in a duplex is approximately $2,200 to $2,600 per month. Your monthly expenses, which is going to be your maintenance reserve, property management, and vacancy buffer, is approximately $400 to $500 per month. And your monthly cash flow after all expenses is approximately $200 to $500 per month. Your 10-year cash flow total is approximately $24,000 to $60,000 in collected cash flow. Estimated property value after 10 years with the same assumption of 4 to 5% appreciation is approximately $390,000 to $425,000. Remaining loan balance after 10 years is approximately $170,000. And your estimated equity after 10 years is approximately $220,000 to $255,000. Now, your new net wealth position, equity plus collected cash flow, is approximately $244,000 to $315,000. And a significant portion of your mortgage was paid by your tenants. Your out-of-pocket cash was dramatically lower. So what's the verdict? On pure numbers, the gap is closer than most people expect. But here's the critical difference. With the rental property, much of your wealth was funded by someone else. Tenants help you build your equity, and your cash flow is real money that has been deposited into your account for 10 years. With the new construction home, you built solid equity, but every dollar came from you out of your own pocket. Neither path is wrong, but they serve very different financial goals. So who should absolutely buy new construction? Let me paint you a few pictures. You're a busy professional or a dual income couple with little time for home maintenance. You're going to come home to a house that just works, and you're willing to pay a premium for that peace of mind. You're a growing family who wants a modern layout, great schools, and a safe, well-maintained neighborhood. The Blythewood, Elgin, and Lugoff school districts are highly regarded, and new construction communities in those areas are ideal for families. If you're a first-time home buyer who wants to experience homeownership without the steep learning curve of managing repairs and aging systems, new construction gives you a clean slate. You're a military family stationed at Fort Jackson, look for a stable, quality home for your family during your assignment, and potentially a future rental property when you PCS to your next duty station. That is a conversation I love having with military families. You simply prioritize lifestyle, location, and living over maximizing investment returns. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. A home is not just a financial asset, it's where your life happens. If any of those descriptions sound like you, new construction might be the exact right move. Now, who should invest and look seriously at rental property? You're an aspiring investor who wants to start building a real estate portfolio. You want your money working for you, not just sitting in a savings account earning nothing. The Columbia market has strong rental demand driven by USC students, hospitals, government employees, and military families. Vacancy rates are relatively low, and rents have been trending upward. You're a wealth builder with Here is another scenario. You're a wealth builder with a 10 to 20 year timeline horizon who understands that real wealth is built through assets, not just income. You want to own something that appreciates, generates income, and provides tax benefits simultaneously. You're a house hacker. If you don't know what that house hacking is, keep watching because I'm about to change your life with this next section. Are a military family who has lived in multiple duty stations and understands the value of owning real estate in markets with stable, government-driven economies like Columbia. When you move on from Fort Jackson and your Columbia property becomes a long-term rental asset. Does this sound like you? Then you need to be having a serious conversation about Columbia area rental property investment. And I want to be the person to have that conversation with you. Okay, this is a section I'm most excited about because what I'm about to share with you is a strategy that is genuinely life-changing for the right person, and most people have never heard of it. It's called house hacking. And here's a simple version. You buy a small multifamily property, like a duplex or a triplex, as your primary residence. You live in one unit and rent out the others. Your tenant's rent pays your mortgage. In some cases, it pays your entire mortgage and then some, meaning you are essentially living for free while building equity and cash flow simultaneously. Let me give you a real example of here in the Columbia market. Let's say you find a duplex in a solid Columbia or Camden neighborhood priced at $280,000. You put 5% down using a homeowner occupant FHA loan. That's $14,000 out of pocket. You live in one unit and you rent the other for $1,200 to $1,400 per month. Your mortgage payment is about $1,800 to $1,900 per month. Your tenant is covering the majority of your housing costs. You're building equity and you're gaining landlord experience, and your personal housing expense is nearly eliminated. After 2 years, your life changes. You get a promotion. Your family grows. You're going to move to a new construction home in Blythewood or Elgin. So you buy your dream home. You convert that duplex to a full rental. Now both units are generating income, and you have a rental property and a primary residence. This is exactly how thousands of ordinary people build extraordinary wealth through real estate, one smart move at a time. Here are a few other hybrid strategies worth knowing. Rent a spare room in your new construction home to offset your mortgage. Even $600 to $800 per month in rental income changes your financial picture dramatically. Buy a new construction home now, build equity, and enjoy the lifestyle. And when you upgrade in 5 years, keep that first home as a rental. Your well-maintained, energy-efficient new construction home becomes an ideal rental property with minimal deferred maintenance. Here's another option. Buy in a high-growth corridor like Blythewood or Elgin now. Before prices move further, live in it, build equity, and position yourself to either sell at a profit or hold as a long-term rental. The bottom line on the hybrid strategy is this. The smartest investors I know did not start by choosing between living well and building wealth. They found a way to do both at the same time, and you can too. New construction offers lifestyle, convenience, low maintenance, and modern living. It's an incredible option for buyers who prioritize quality of life and want to build equity in a stable, appreciating asset without the complexity of being a landlord. Rental property offers cash flow, appreciation, mortgage pay down by tenants, and tax advantages. For the right investor with the right goals, this is one of the most powerful wealth building vehicles available. And the hybrid strategy, house hacking and strategic portfolio building, gives you the potential to do both simultaneously, often with less money out of pocket than you think. The Columbia, South Carolina market, Blythewood, Elgin, Lugoff, Camden, and the greater metro is in a strong position right now. Rental demand is consistent, new construction is active, and for buyers and investors to move strategically, the opportunities are real. But here's the most important thing I want you to take away from this video. The right strategy is not the same for everyone. It depends on your income, your goals, your timeline, your family situation, exactly what you want to do with your life, and exactly how you want your life to look in 10 years. This is exactly why I want to have a personal conversation with you. Here is what I want you to do right now. If you're interested in investment properties and rental income in Columbia area, type the word invest in the comments below, and I will reach out to you personally. If you're looking at new construction homes in Blythewood, Elgin, Lugoff, or anywhere in the Midlands, type the word new in the comments. I have the build relationships and current incentive information that most buyers never see. If you're not sure yet, type both and let's figure it out together. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop new Columbia, South Carolina state real estate investing content every week. Market updates, neighborhood spotlights, investment strategies, buyer tips, and new construction home walkthroughs you cannot get anywhere else. If you're ready to take action right now, hit the link in the description. Schedule a no obligation strategy call with me. We'll talk about your goals, your budget, and your options in this market. No pressure, no sales, no pitch, just a conversation. I appreciate you watching all the way through. That tells me that you're serious. And serious buyers and investors are exactly who I love working with. I'll see you in the next one.